Well, the portal is glowing purple, so in the name of Prince, we're going to make it rain. Hello, everyone. Bront, CatHerder here. We're having some fun talking Raid Shadow Legends. We are here to pull some Void Shards. We are here on my alt. We will also hop onto my main as well, and we have a bunch of Voids to pull. We do not really have a fusion we're really looking forward to. The Esme fusion is okay. I will probably still try to complete it on both of these accounts, but with me being busy with the free-to-play as well, and honestly with Esme being just kind of okay, I'm not going to be too fussed if I end up missing her, and I'm going to mostly use this to build up some events and build up some shards for the most part. That said, I have 46 voids here on this account. I've got about the same amount on the other account as well. It is a 2x chance to get the Queen. The Queen is an amazing champion, and this is the only way to get her right now during some of these additional bonuses to get her. So with a 2x, 10x for a very good champion, and the fact that I can't tell you when I last pulled a Void Lego, I'm pretty sure it was Raka, because I'm pretty sure Raka was my last Void Legendary on both accounts, but I don't know if it was within the last 200. So we are going to pull, and we're going to see if we can get lucky. We do have Pepsi here with us. Pepsi, not a sponsor, but you could be. Just think about it. You could tell everyone, get lucky, get Pepsi. Well, okay, maybe that's not the best, we'll work on it. But, we're here. We've got Pepsi to bring us some luck. We've said our prayers to RN Jesus. Thank you very much. May you bless this account. And we are going to pull some absolutely amazing champions from this Voids. Let's get pulling here. We're going to do 6 singles, and then we will get started with the full-on 10 pulls. Cage bound, we're not looking for rares on this account. That is an epic. That is an Ayla Life Braid. I've heard good and bad things about her. I know a lot of people like her for this passive where she can activate an instant turn about 12% of the time. Problem is it's very unreliable, so if you get lucky, this could be amazing and game-changing, and if you don't get lucky, well, you don't get lucky. So let's keep on pulling. It's, and to be fair, if I can get a bunch of points in this, I get a mythic book. So I'm not going to complain about getting a bunch of epics because, who would? That is a Skathix. Skathix is not bad for some progression. He's got a debuff cleanse and a block debuffs for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. The fact that this is a cleanse as well is really nice. The shield isn't bad. He's not absolutely amazing. He's got a 3-turn cooldown random buff steal as well. But, pretty solid. You do need to invest some books in him to get the most out of him. Even decreased speed on the A1's not bad. And he puts black damage on himself if he takes too much damage occasionally. I mean, good champion, not an amazing champion, but, he feels about right for what an epic and even a void epic should be as far as power is concerned. So I can't complain too much. Obviously not what I need on this account at this point. Painsmith, not particularly exciting. Bellower, one of the kings of speed farming. He's also got all the debuffs, and I do mean all the debuffs. Very, very good champion. He actually smacks pretty hard too, so he's fine to build for damage. He's fine to build for debuffs. He's fine to build with a bunch of AoEs for stun and stun gear. He is a super flexible champion. He has been key to faction wars on my account so far. I would love to have one of these guys on the free-to-play. So we are going to be picking 10 pulls. So, all right, let's go. There's a legendary. That is a soulless. All right. Let's see. Maybe we'll get another one. That would be kind of cool too. Nope. That is Azure. That is not super exciting. I mean, soulless is cool. I like soulless. I have a soulless on this account. So I don't need a second soulless because I'm not going to build one. I don't know. Maybe I'll empower him. Maybe not. Solus used to be super clutch in Arena a couple of years ago, and he's kind of fallen off. He is a very, very good defense-based damage dealer. So he's got an A1 that's got a 50% chance to stun when you get it booked. So very nice. He's got a provoke 3 times at random. Each hit has a 75% bookable to 100 to remove all buffs on 3 random champions. The first person you target is the person it will definitely get removed from, and then the other 2 will be at random, and it could hit the same person 3 times. If this was an AoE, he would actually possibly re-enter the meta. Simply making this an AoE would be good. It's also a provoke, but again, it's a provoke that's on 3 random targets, and it could hit the same person 3 times. And if the buff was removed, the provoke cannot be resisted. But keep in mind, they can resist the removed buffs. Therefore, you still need accuracy on them no matter what. And then finally, he's got a 5-turn cooldown, bookable down to 4. Attacks all enemies, increases the duration of all debuffs on targets by 1, and then places a provoke debuff on all enemies by 1 turn, and then puts a shield up equal to 30% of the damage inflicted. Damage is increased by 10% for each debuff removed when he's there. This was a huge meta ability because this absolutely nukes. And as a defense-based nuker, he is absolutely tanky as heck. And when he gets this shield could be massive. So he was very, very difficult to fight in Arena for a long time. As far as where he is still used, I actually have him in my lowest level Hydra team because he's good at doing damage, he's good at surviving, and he's got 2 different provokes. So he's not necessarily the sole provoker because making him nuke and do damage and be tanky with the defense and have enough accuracy to be able to put the provoke on has also kind of counteracted my ability to get him with enough speed to make him super fast. Now, to be fair, I probably need to revisit his build because I don't think I've revisited his build in about a year, so I can probably make it a lot better than I could back in the day. But in Hydra, while he's a little stat heavy, the fact that I can ignore his attack and focus on his defense, which gives him additional survivability, makes him a very good Hydra-based damage dealer. So I won't complain if I end up empowering him, but we'll see if I can fit him in a Faction Guardian first. So good champion, not a good pull for this account. I just want to make sure that is clear. Solus is a pretty decent champion. He's worth having on your account. All right. Dened's pretty decent. Dagger is very usable for a while. Another Dened, apparently. To be fair, Dened is really good for an early game account. He's not like a good late game, but apparently we're going to get a bunch of him because, there he is. What makes Dened good, just to kind of talk about that quickly, is he's got a big boy strengthen on a 3-turn cooldown, which is huge for a rare. So early game accounts, he's worth building because this is an AoE attack as well, which is always useful. He's a defense-based champ, and 25% strengthen is huge for damage reduction. So let's see if we can get more legendaries. That was a rare tax. That was not exciting. We want legendaries. We want good epics. That is Ursula. Ursula is a good champion. Ursula's got a really good, strong AoE revive with a strengthen. Got a good Doom Tower. In fact, one of the better Doom Tower auras. Decrease attack, and then a 70% HP, 50% turn meter, increased defense and strengthen on all allies. And she will do this even if there's no enemies that are down, which means this is just increased defense and strengthen on a 5-turn cooldown. That's not as good, but the AoE revive with it is great. So pretty decent champ overall. Certainly not going to be an end game account champion, but good for some progression, good for faction wars. Might even be good for some clan boss stuff because increased defense and strengthen can be good. 5-turn cooldown, a little rough. There's a cold heart. All right, come on. We've got 2 more, 1 more, and all right. Nia, great champion. Dazder, great champion. Hey, let's go take a look and see how we did on the champion chase here. I'll actually call it a champion chase this time. I've been awesome. We actually got to this legendary book. I am not close enough to get up here. I don't think we're going to fight for that. We'll see. Maybe I have a few more points coming on, and maybe I'll get a few more voids over the weekend. So if I can get these points, that would be absolutely amazing. If not, well, that's fine too. So where am I with forging stuff? Anything? We'll forge with this just in case, because you never know. Maybe we'll get a cat's gaze. No, we got the aspect of Seroth. Still got a legendary. That is pretty cool. I've got one of these already. I've got it on my horse because I was hoping that the turn meter reduction wouldn't work on the horse. Unfortunately, it does. Still hasn't been bad on him, but I think I'm gonna find a different champion to stick that on. And hey, we've got a 0.5% chance. We've seen worse, and that is nothing exciting. All right, let's go hop on the main. And no, I don't want to buy all this stuff. Stop it. That's the same offer you just listed me a minute ago. Stop it. All right, so before Raid actually comes out of the screen and reaches into my pocketbook, let's go get on my main. All right, we are back, and I still have my wallet in my pants, so we are in good shape. So, we are on the main. Apparently, I only have 35 voids here, so apparently voids have been better on the alt than they have been on the main. You know what? That happens. Clan Boss is a bit of RNG. To be fair, I may have yeeted a few of these randomly as well. That does sometimes happen. But we are yeeting 35 of these bad boys. We have Pepsi here. We are going to make some prayers to RNGesus. Thank you, RNGesus, for blessing us. Thank you for providing us with Pepsi so that we can get wonderful, wonderful legendaries on this account. All right. So let us pull these 5 and let's get moving. And then we will pull 3 10 pulls. But to be fair, Raid could certainly just give me a legendary on one of these 5 pulls. Those are always interesting to see those legendary champions run up, as opposed to people like Gear Grinder, who is an okay rare from a reviver standpoint, but certainly not, super endgame. Draconis is usable in a couple of secret rooms. He's got a pretty beefy shield. Again, we're talking rares, but, sometimes it's nice to identify him. Michaelis is not particularly exciting. All rares. So, I wonder if the 2X is on. Well, I got a legendary before, so. All right, let us go make these 10 pulls. Let's get something cool. We got something cool on the other account. It would be awesome to get something on this account. Thank you very much, Polarium, ahead of time. Let's get some gold. Alrighty. That is a Genbo. Genbo is a decent nuker for arena progression. He really is kind of focused in arena. He's got a wonderful, cannot be immune. He's immune to decrease attacks and ignores unkillability buffs when he's got increased attack. He also can steal increased attacks if he is hitting with his A1 and the increased attack buff. Steal cannot be resisted. And then he hits pretty hard on this after buffing himself with this. So you don't need to build him with 100% crit rate, at least in the arena, because you can use this to buff him for an additional 30%, which makes him very easy to build as an arena nuker, and he hits fairly hard. But he is stupid squishy, making him very hard to use in a lot of PvE content, especially if you don't max out his crit rate. Ooh, a Dawncaller Sabbatha. That is awesome. I actually don't have one of those because I had to use them all for the previous fusion. So, yeah, I'll actually probably build her out just because she's a very utilitarian reviver. So that's good. Skimfost, interesting champion, does some turn meter control, can be kind of fun to use. Cardinal's got the best revive in the game, possibly. Very interesting to use in some arena teams as well. Come on. We just want something cool. And not just epics. I mean, epics are nice, but let's get something cool. There's a Harkin Greatblade, and there's a Madame Ceres. Harkin Greatblade's got, I believe, it's, is it this one here? It's this one here. So she can do a debuff spread. This is really the only reason that people would use her for a while, and being Void, people would actually use her to spread bombs on teams after they would use, what's her name? There's a champion from the Dark Elves, and I can't remember, her name escapes me at the moment. But she would place bombs and was irresistible to place the bombs, and then Harkin would spread them, and it was actually a viable team for countering Stoneskin, for example. So she's still got some uses, but, honestly, not a great champion overall. Madame Saris is the original stripper. Removes all buffs, decrease attack, decrease defense. Amazing, amazing skill. Unfortunately, with the invention of polymorph, she certainly has suffered a little bit in the arena. Very unfortunate. Her A2 actually can hit pretty hard, as can her A1. This can also steal random buffs and put some block debuffs on her as well. On all allies if a buff is stolen. So she's got a pretty flexible kit, but this is really the skill that she's known for in arena. And early on, if you get one of these in the arena, she is amazing until you start regularly encountering people that can shape her. Because the ability to strip buffs, even if a 50% chance with Stone Skin, you can sometimes get through Stone Skin with this. And decreased defense is a great way to do additional damage in arena. And the decreased attack kind of neuters a lot of the attack champions in arena too. So very useful skill overall. And that is all of our voids. So that was significantly less exciting than the other account, but hey, we made some progress. So let's just see, where is the champion chase here? I did not quite get to the legendary book. Maybe we'll get a few more of these things, maybe not. Let's go check and see if I can fuse any of the really cool relics here. And I can. So, all right, we'll start with the rares this time. And to be fair, I wasn't on this account when I had the other one, so that Sarah thing is actually new on my alt, not on this account, because I don't have Marius on that account yet. So, yes, 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 yes. This is an awesome, awesome relic. Ignoring 10% of the target's defense when attacking enemies with higher max HP is huge. This is going to go on a champion. I don't know if I'm going to put this on a PvE or PvP champion. I rarely have PvP champions that aren't killing people in one shot, so it probably is going to go on a PvE champion. So this could maybe go on a Thor, might be kind of interesting. I don't know. There's all kinds of different options I can do with this thing. Bonus crit damage is going to be huge on whoever I put this on as well. So this is the second one I've gotten on this account. This is awesome. Super happy about this. And I'll take the fact I did not get any Void Legendaries on this account for getting this Cat's Gaze. So appreciate you guys hanging out. This has been an awesome session, awesome shard pulling, lots of fun. And to be fair, it's more fun with friends, aka you guys, the viewers. So thank you very much for being around. Much love, everyone. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Until the next video, I'm Bront CatHerder.